Yeah. What's the...
But there was 6 children in the house, and my father was a farmer.
Yeah.
So with hens and ducks and chickens and cows and calves and cattle. But when I grew up, then I went to America. I went to Boston.
And when you were small, were you helping on the farm? Was that
Oh
kind of...
yeah, and non-stop. But that size, bringing in the cows. And
You had your little jobs. Yeah.
everybody worked.
Different times of the year, you know. Bear in mind, I'm Italian, I don't know this. Which was like, what were the different seasons like in terms of jobs you had for doing during childhood?
Well, you'd have stock, when stable for the winter, we'll say.
Right.
They'd be let out around May,
Yeah.
when the grass will come again. You'd be out in March, Harrow, we'll say, cultivating land and getting it ready, ploughing it down,
Yeah.
and getting it ready for spring again. So you'd have it well ready for April, we'll say April, Paddy Day anyhow,
Yeah.
for sowing spuds and corn, have it, shake it out and harrow it, cover it again,
Yeah.
and have it coming again nicely. And then you'd have to go after that, put out your manure by hand, that time shake it by hand
All right.
with a bucket
Yeah.
and close up your gaps for the meadow fields you were holding for meadows.
Yeah.
Keep the stock out of them, build up the gaps and let them grow.
Yeah.
And when I suppose May, June, you'd have your beets on. You have the spuds on, your beets on, you'd scuffle on the beets in, and you have to go down all fours in, go 10 on it,
Yeah.
another while. And then when the hay came in, you'd be cutting hay, cutting a field of hay, or maybe 2 fields of hay, and you'd be turning that bin by fork
Yeah.
and rake.
Yeah.
There wasn't much machinery at that time for it. When the fork and rake, later years, tractor machinery came in. There was a fair share of horse machinery, all right, now we're doing it.
And even before tractors came in, it was horses they used to cut the hay with and the corn. It came from the scythe to the tractor to cut the corn,
Right.
or to the horses,
Horses, yeah.
and it was to plough the land they used to do with horses. First when I came here, but then they went from the ploughs to the tractors. And all the machinery then for working with the corn. And even the potatoes they have the diggers now for the potatoes and all that, and sorters. People were finished at a certain time, and they used to go and visit each other in different houses at night and play cards. But since all the machinery came in, and since television came, that's all finished. If people come in itself anymore, that thing is on.
It was only 1 or 2 houses in the area got a television first, and people would go to their house to watch television.
Even radios first.
It's the place we were born and raised. It's long years ago since we left it, but the Sunday we will live with faith. Dan Murphy would bring down the fiddle, while daughter looked after the store. The music did ring and sweet songs we did sing on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. Those days in our hearts we will cherish, contented although we were poor, and songs that we sung in the days we were young on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. When our day's work was over, we'd meet there, in the winter or springtime the same. The boys and the girls all together, then we'd join in some innocent game. Our friends and companions of childhood would assemble each night near a shore. The music did ring and sweet songs we did sing on the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. Those days in our hearts we will cherish, contented although we were poor.
My earliest childhood now by going to town on the bicycle, in the bell of the bicycle,
Ah,
on a Sunday morning with the father going to mass
into Hertford.
in Hertford. And poor Joe Fair, the creature, got a good home.
Yeah.
He was outside the back door of the house and he polishing a black horse. And he putting the saddle on her
Right.
and going for a spin down the hill from himself, galloping, jumping the big stone wall there. And the champion stone wall is still there.
Yeah.
And himself and Billy Quinn, it'd be out with 2 horses who were coming up again. And they'd be giving them a gallop around the field and you see them going on riding on down to the big the stone wall was there,
Yeah.
out over it, up the big hill for Monaghan's houses down below now. And they're putting scrolls back from them. And boy, oh boy, the Yankees was in my heart. It wasn't in Hertford town at all, but up on the horse beside them. That was where my heart was at the time.
So your heart was always with the horses.
I was always with the horses, I was always on with them.
Where do I go from there now? Communion time came.
Yeah.
There wasn't a car to bring me for my first communion into Hertford. My mother carried me in the bar of the bike. No, not the bar, the handlebars.
Oh yeah.
The handlebars of the bike. And she got a bit of material in Galway and there was a lady in Hertford. She used to do sewing and she made a communion dress for me.
Yeah.
And she got the veil from an old woman up the road. There was no tiara, no wreaths or anything.
Yeah.
There was a white ribbon brought down and 2 hair clips put there.
Yeah.
In religion, an awful lot has changed. When I was young, we lived 2.5 miles from our parish church and from our school, and we walked to school every day and walked to mass every Sunday. And I remember Christmas mornings when we used to be out in the dark and all the lights on. We used to love to see the houses. My mother and a crowd of us.
What was a Christmas like as you were a kid?
Oh dear, that was good, alright, Christmas. You were watching Ho Ho Ho, Santa to come to you,
Yeah.
and the old goose being killed,
Yeah.
and the big pot of water put down, he's soaking it, and
Yeah.
you pulling feathers out of him, and lay them up on the table, then have them dry out.
And do you remember Santa Claus coming?
Ho Ho Ho, I do.
Do you?
I do remember
Tell
him.
us the story.
Oh,
You're
yes,
laughing
I do
at it.
remember
There's
him
got to be a
coming.
story there.
He came in there and he sat down the chair over there one night to me.
Yeah.
I was a bit small at the time,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't go within miles of him.
No.
I wouldn't go within miles of him, yes, no.
Strange.
And
man.
next was, when he came in, he had a heap of oranges. Oh,
Yeah.
he had oranges. And when he came in, they walked in the doorway there. I don't know, had he them held in his trouser here or something.
Yeah.
But they started them down the leg of his trousers.
All right.
And out around the floor, there was a
Yeah.
heap of oranges
All
down
right.
the floor.
I
But he
remember.
still didn't change my mind. I still didn't go near him.
All right.
I was too much afraid of him to go near him.
We met and we married a long time ago. We worked for long hours when wages were low. No TV, no wireless, no back. Times were hard. Just a cold water wash and a walk in the yard. No fridges, no freezers, no carpet on floors. We had turf on the fire and no locks on the doors. Our children arrived, no pill in these days, and were brought up without any state aid. Our children were safe to play in the field or the park, and the old ones could go for a walk in the dark. No vandals, no muggings, there was sick all to rob. We felt very rich with a couple of bob. No capsules, no tablets, or no doctor's fee. We cured most of our ills with a good cup of tea. People were happy in those far-off days, kinder and caring in so many ways. We all had our share of trouble and strife. You just have to face it, that's the pattern of life. Now that we are old and look back on the years, we don't think of the bad times, trouble and tears. We remember our blessings, our home and our love, that we share them together. We thank God above.
Tell us, with all of that work, was there much time for playing when you were small?
Well, there was if you wanted to do a bit of playing, but
All right.
other than that, we never had too much time around here for playing, and it was never
No, that's very
much of that.
Yeah.
Football or hurling. I never had any interest in it anyhow.
Few of my friends out from town. I lived in the country, and I had few of my friends out, and it was a big thing. Like I think there was just 3 girls.
Yeah.
So they went home, and I had a dog. Instead, the dog went into the lake, and I had whatever, I don't know what kind of a blanket or whatever I had. I put the dog on the blanket and sat on the grass myself. I spent 3 months in bed with kidney trouble. I can remember that.
Oh my gosh, so it's true what my mother's been saying.
Yeah.
That's true. But you see, I never went up the road.
Okay.
I went down the road, and that's where my friends were, down the road.
I'm not sure what the difference was.
Well, there's a difference in it, but
Okay, go on.
anyway, there was this girl. I still meet her on and off, and she lives in Knucklehard, so she does.
Yeah.
My friend, who's my nearest friend, and her brother. And we'd make snowballs and used to fire them down people's chimneys.
Just lovely, but the teachers were very cross. They're not like now.
Yeah.
They tell you off, but one thing I noticed about the teacher, she used to come behind me and little sword
awful,
there
weren't
and pinch you on the arm.
But the slaps, my knuckles still swollen from slaps.
I remember when I started school, I know the teacher was not very nice.
And where did you go to school?
Clara.
Clara Cross, right?
Yeah.
I take it Clara was a good bit smaller than this.
Oh yeah, well, it was, of course it was. But we had a Mrs. O'Sullivan. And she was something else. She didn't understand us. And we certainly didn't understand her.
And then if you miss Stanton, oh, quit man dear alive. Cock up that paw and I get a smack at it. A great word, quit man dear alive. Cock up that paw and I get a smack at it. Need a 2 foot of a stick.
And I remember when the Tans were on Ireland. I barely remember it now. We used to see them passing in the lorries, and they having guns pointed around every side of them. And one day we were going to school, and when we got as far as the school, they had been in the school, and the teacher had sent out word that there was no school that day.
There's grief and woe amongst us now. Our hearts are sad and sore. For the loss of our faithful comrade, we ne'er shall see no more. He was a brave, light-hearted Gael, and true and fearless son, who nobly died a martyr's death. At the age of 21, I don't know, was he 21 when he got shot or something?
I don't know.
An ambush in the IRA took over the banks first, and then when the Free State got in power, they took the banks off them again. And the bank in Hertford, there was Free State soldiers in it, and it was ambushed, and there was, I don't know, 6 or 9 men that was killed in it. So just for retaliation, they took the men out of jail in June and brought them out and shot them one after another.
His mother stood beside him saying, "You'll win, my boy, don't fear." And with love in arms around his waist, she tied his bandolier. Goodbye, God bless you, mother dear. I hope your heart won't pain. And pray to God, your soldier boy, you soon will see again. And when I'm in the fighting line, it'll be a source of joy to know that you're the mother proud of your Irish soldier boy. The fighting it was over and the flag of truce was raised. A leader ordered the partisan, hold Ireland strong. A comrade came to her cottage door with a note from her pride and joy, containing the news and sad detail of her Irish soldier boy. Goodbye, farewell, mother dear, I'm dying a death so grand. From wounds received in action trying to free my native land. But I hope we'll meet in heaven above, far beyond the sky, where you'll always be in company with your Irish soldier boy. A long farewell to Donegal, Kilkenny and Mayo, Tipperary, Derry and Tyrone, where the bushes green do grow. And when at night you kneel in prayer, will be a source of joy to know that you're remembering still your Irish soldier boy.
Oh, the big changes. First of all, electricity.
You remember that?
Of course I do. And to get the water into the house. Oh no, before getting the range, besides the smoke coming out of the open fire. Oh jeez, you'd have to open the door when you put down the fire.
I remember after, I don't know what year we got electricity, but we had none of them things. We had no washing machines, no cookers. Even gas cookers were unheard of at the time. Had nothing but the fire, an open fire, and the crane, which is out across the way there, in that old house. The crane is there still. It hangs up on a frame, and you can swing it in and out and put holders and whatever you're going to hang on it. Yeah. There was a pot hooks that you had, and there was in all the pots that were used at the time, there was no aluminium. It was all that kettle type of stuff.
Yeah.
But the year I was born, which was 41, things were very scarce that year. They had no.
Oh yes, you did. Yes.
There was only the eye lamp, but oil was scarce as well. So my grandmother used to make a candle out of, what do you call it, soot, isn't it? Soot. The soot, and she'd wrap it. I didn't know when that had been lit. Could they be taking me up at night time to feed me? There was put a wicking out of the dinners. Yes. Huh?
Do you remember anything like that?
Oh God, I do remember. I remember time long ago.
Yeah.
They were putting up the line of poles across the country down here, back to the village behind, and wiring them.
Yeah.
I remember the father was out there drawing poles with a horse.
Yeah.
Because you'd pull an ASB pole, they'd be here with them thrown over the roadway or over a wide gap.
Yeah.
The lads would just chip them off and you'd back into it.
Yeah.
Put the swingle and a chain on the head of the pole.
Yeah.
And you'd pull it off. I don't know whether they're numbered or whether all the one height or one length. But you'd have to, there'd be an old foreman with you. Tell you where to go and that.
You find the vegetables.
I couldn't say, but it was all homemade. Everything was home. They had their own potatoes, their own wheat that they got made into flour, their own oats that were made into oatmeal, and barley that fed cattle. The oats fed cattle too. And there was turnips and mangels, and carrots and parsnips, cabbage, and not much other vegetables because people didn't know about them.
Yeah. Just what was grew around here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, then they had their own butter and
With the churn.
You used to make the butter grind, didn't you?
I used to make the butter. I churned with the first, when I came here, we had 2 cows. And we didn't want all their, it was different, what we used to do with the milk.
Well, I used to have to do good share of it.
Yeah.
Milking the cow, milk through them, bring in the milk in and strain it in here, or the women would strain it.
Yeah.
Wash the basins and strain it up in a strainer and
Yeah.
have the morning's milk laid over and the basins washed out
Yeah.
and the cream tipped into a bucket, letting it go sour for making butter.
Yeah.
And you got the big churn then and you tipped it into it on the chair
Yeah.
and you filled her up, put the dasher down it and the lid
Yeah.
and you wound the handle in and round about like that.
Yeah.
And the churn went around about and the dasher stayed sitting on the spindle up the middle.
Yeah.
And too long and you see the pull come on you when she was thickening
Yeah.
and you have to reverse it then
Oh.
and pull it forward so that you wouldn't burn her too much.
Oh.
And when you gathered up all the small little ball ends of butter then,
Yeah.
taking them up together,
Yeah.
take the lid off and wash and take it out, put it into a timber bowl there and cold water and salt
Yeah.
and cure it again. And you went on like that for the summer and you'd have a finish up, you'd have a big wedge of butter, that length, out in the plate, like a square loaf.
And family, we wouldn't get much ration, you know, but next door got it because there was a lot of them in it.
All right.
My grandmother was there as well. And she wouldn't drink anything with tea. She wouldn't drink cocoa now or, you know, that's something, no. So, Ma'am sent me down next door. I think there was 10 shillings for a half pound of tea. Would I be right? Oh, you would? Yeah, 10 shillings. And she sent me down next door for the half pound of tea for grandmother because she had to make tea for me. But lo and behold, me, I forgot to come home. And Ma'am came down to me. And she had the bike and she wouldn't carry me up on the bicycle. She cycled down for me. What did I do? Go on. Flung the half pound of tea in the road and scattered it.
Oh, Mary. My father was a beautiful singer.
Yeah.
And my mother hadn't a note. And when they never fought. I never saw them fighting in our house. Till I was grown up. Maybe they did, but I didn't see them. But anyway, when mother would get mad or something, he'd start singing, sitting on the style Marie. That song.
Now it's time to make them up again. Sure aren't we all very thinly down? Now it's time to step together now. We're on the one road to the one road. We're on the road to God knows where. We're on the one road, maybe the wrong road, but we're together now, who cares? Northmen, Southmen, Conway, Dublin, Galway, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road, swinging along, singing a soldier's song. We're on the one road, till the one road, we're on the road to God knows where. We're on the one road, maybe the wrong road, but we're together now, who cares? Northmen, Southmen, Conway, Dublin, Galway, Cork and Donegal, we're on the one road.